Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Lining up for a first down play. To the ground with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Alabama quickly back to the line. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He makes the connection.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Balls and fired complete. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. This move just oozes confidence going for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the first. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
Caught in the backfield, it's Adams. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And offenses nowadays, they really just count the numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Power football with the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Getting some heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Did do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Ibuka.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here comes the hurry up.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. He's back to throw on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also good.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. To throw, it's Howard. Pressure coming. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Feeling some heat. Buys a little time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
He's going up top. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Throws for the tight end. He's got it, and they convert. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Toss to the outside. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has in the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Howard. Might be looking to run. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes a shot. Connection to the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
The incompletion on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too, because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the...
He'll take a shot. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown time. Talk about keeping your eyes downfield and then unleashing one on a rope.
And having a guy like that can buy time and beat you down the field with his feet, but also what you said is the most important thing. He keeps his eyes down the field. He's not looking to run the football. He can, but he's looking to do damage and make a big play down the field. Because he had his eyes up, he can do it.
After that latest answer ties things up, just about set to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to
throws into double coverage, and it's picked off.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll get rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're trying to get to it. Picked off. Trying to take it back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Bernard. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage. That one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
And guys with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Looking for a man. It's Milroe. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Yeah, and And the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. This passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Henderson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions. And then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Alabama quickly back to the line. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into half.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass, it's Howard. Trying to get to it. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third third interception. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 21, Ohio State.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires to the big fella. And he brought one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's going to run it. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way?
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often, because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Now, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
A first down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they heel off one deep down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Bama! And that one will give him the lead.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The first down for the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to pass. It's Howard. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking down the left side. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. They go to the ground. Got enough space. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He'll start this drive firing. Coming after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's the give off the left side. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, we are all tied up.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The corners are walked up tight. Handoff from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Gain of 2. 3rd down coming up.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Can anyone catch him? At the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball.
They'll leave it with him. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Buys a little time. He lets one fly deep. He's got it on the right. Running toward the tape. The tag. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. To the air, it's Howard. Takes the easy completion. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. 2nd and 10 here. Running back goes in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Fires downfield. Got it. Touchdown tie. They move on top here in the 4th. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback adapting. He'll throw one to his right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
On the ground, it's Judkins. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Got it, looking for a first. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. This This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw, it's Howard. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Alabama trying to hold this lead and run out the clock. Wants to throw on 1st down. Getting some heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Pressure coming. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the grab down the left side. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. He's going to pass. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese.